Supermotos are more popular than ever now. I mean, now you got this new Kawasaki KLX 300 SM that they came out with, which is really awesome starter supermoto for you noobs out there, or even seasoned riders that want to get into the supermoto world, which I highly recommend. Honestly, it's the most fun you can have on a motorcycle, and the reason why I haven't got any other sport bikes. I got rid of all my sport bikes. I know some of you guys want to do like I did and do a supermoto build. You know, take a dirt bike and convert it into a street legal supermoto. Some of you guys can do it like here in Ohio, but I'm going to tell you in this video honestly why the 2019 and newer Yamaha YZ 450 FX is the best, hands down, the best dirt bike to do a supermoto build with. And I'm going to tell you exactly why in this video. And also I'm going to give you some other tips. Stay tuned.
Let's go for a ride. Subscribe today.
For those of you guys who want to see the full build series that I did on this YZ 450 FX, I have a link to the playlist in this video, so go check that out. And I also have a list of all the parts I did with this with links to them at my website at cyclecruiser.com. Regardless if you're riding a supermoto or any other type of motorcycle, make sure you're wearing the gear to stay safe out here. And I have links to some awesome gear that I have, like this CE armor jacket that flows a ton of air and it's really cheap. This ultra lightweight carbon fiber helmet that comes with an automatic tint shield. My airbag vest to help keep you safe. My shorty gloves, my pants, boots, a motovlog camera. I have links to everything in the description and comment section of this video. See that, guys? Look at it. Start right up, right away. Bam! It comes with a lithium battery, but I put a better lithium battery so that in case the battery ever dies, all I have to do is press a button on the battery and it will give enough juice for me to restart the bike. So it's better than having a kickstart on your motorcycle. So I highly recommend that battery. I have a link to that battery in the description and comment section of this video. Also my website, cyclecruiser.com. I have links to all the build stuff I did with this bike. I only paid $9,000 out the door for this bike, brand spanking new, back in 2018. And I've had this only as a supermoto. I've never used it as a dirt bike. I use it actually as a dual sport and supermoto. Yeah, baby. But what's awesome about this bike, why I think, first off, the biggest reason why I went with the YZ 450 FX is because the valves, from what I've heard, and I've done a lot of research, that people who own Yamaha dirt bikes, is that the valves don't move. They're very rarely do they move. And I did not want to be checking valves and adjusting valves often, like on, you know, the race dirt bikes, because this is a race dirt bike. And I'll tell you guys, I told you I was going to do an experiment when I first bought it. I said I'm never going to check a valve, and we're going to test the Yamaha reliability of the valves not moving. And I have never checked a valve, and this bike runs better than it did brand new, man. I've never even changed the spark plug on this, guys. I've got over 100 hours already on this bike, and this bike runs smooth. All I've done was oil changes every 8 to 12 hours, change the air filter twice, and I clean and lube the chain. That's it. I have not even had to adjust the chain on this. Is that crazy or what? You know, and a lot of you guys know, I'm very lazy when it comes to maintenance, man. Like, I don't want to be doing a lot of maintenance on a bike, and this is the perfect bike for those of you that don't want to be doing a crap ton of maintenance like you have to do on other race dirt bikes when you convert it to supermoto. And I've run this on the highway for periods of time. I rip on it out here on the streets. I'm busting wheelies on this thing, and I'll tell you, and also the suspension is absolutely superb. A1 suspension. It comes with stock KYB suspension that it's firm and it's perfect for the street. So at least it's 2019. I don't know about the newer ones. It's probably the same. But all of them have the awesome KYB suspension, man. So you got that perfect right out of the box. I still think this is the only dirt bike that you can actually tune the engine characteristics with your smartphone using a smartphone app. You can control how much power you want throughout the power band, how you want it set up. I have yet to even use it because the two maps that come on this bike are awesome. One is full balls to the wall power, and the other one subdues the power. It almost turns into like a 250, so that when I go ride it off-road and crap around, that it's a lot easier to control than in full 450 mode. So it's like you got a 250 and a 450 in this bike. Okay, the only thing that sucks with this bike, which a lot of the other dirt bikes too, is that it won't support a headlight. The previous YZ450FX, the previous generation, it did have a stator that would support a headlight, but not the 2019s and newer. Now there are some workarounds to that, but I haven't even messed with it because I don't even ride at night really much anymore. So I have a headlight on here, and I use it only in emergency situation if it's getting dark, but I try not to ride at night anyhow. And also another thing that's great about the YZ450FX is that it has a 5-speed wide ratio gearbox, which is great for the street. As where a lot of the other race dirt bikes, you know, especially the motocross bikes, it has a close ratio gearbox. It's better for the track. So this right out of the box is set up better for the street, and it also has a kickstand on it too. It comes with. You know, this bike, if you go look on YouTube, you can actually take this bike to the motocross track, and it's great on the trails. So you got a 2-in-1 bike. You got a legit motocross bike here. I can throw the dirt wheels on here and make some a tune on my phone. I can go on the MX track and rip it up as well, or as good or better than a lot of the other MX bikes. Go look on YouTube, man. I don't even have to say nothing. There's been plenty of dirt guys that do reviews on this bike, and they love it. And another thing that's really awesome, like I mentioned earlier, is that the mass centralization of weight. It has a center tank, which I think this is the only dirt bike that I know of in the current lineup that has a center tank where all the weight is kind of centered down low on the bike. So it feels a lot lighter weight than it is. And it's just an amazing bike. And so I can't, you hear me hooting and hollering and ranting and raving about this in Supermoto form. Thing just wheelies on command. It's awesome, man. For those of you guys that want to learn how to wheelie, this thing wheelies itself, man. And I tell you, is that you want to wheelie on a dirt bike instead of your super bike or sport bikes, because if you don't wheelie right and you slam the front down, you'll mess your fork seals up. You know, this one is a lot lighter and less likely to do that. And you know, so overall, that's why I say, guys, in my opinion, I think this is hands down the best dirt bike to do a Supermoto build with, man. I highly recommend you guys add one of these to the garage, man, because it is really, it's amazing fun, man. I'm telling you, it's got that bottoming grunt that just, oh man, it does top speed of 105 with you know, a 44 rear sprocket and the stock 13.2 front sprocket, which I did add a new chain to it, and I put on the 17-inch Supermoto wheels, but I put on Shinko 705 tires, ADV adventure tires on there, because they're bulletproof, man. I'm telling you, bulletproof. I've ridden over glass, all kinds of stuff. I've never got any type of puncture on this whatsoever, man. Knock on wood. But the thing is bulletproof, guys. And it has a traction where it'll allow you to get around off-road, but yet it's awesome on the street, man. You can do cornering on it. You know, the problem with dual sports is that it has knobbies, and you can only lean so much, otherwise that bike's gonna slide out on you and you're gonna low side on the street. With Supermotos, it has more of the street wheels there, so it's gonna allow you to take sharper lean angles on the street and have more fun on the street. So really, technically, this is kind of a dual sport, really, with the ADV tires. Highly recommend it, guys. It's absolutely awesome, man. Honestly, in my opinion, a real Supermoto is a Supermoto that you build yourself. The KLX 300 SM is great and all. Don't get me wrong. The production Supermotos, you know, like the Husky 701, KTM 690, SMCR, you know, it's good, man. But honestly, if you want a pure, raw, real Supermoto, soul stirring Supermoto, you got to do a dirt bike to Supermoto build. But anyways, guys, leave a comment below. Let me guys know, are you interested in getting a Supermoto? Or have you had a Supermoto? How did you like it? Leave a comment below. Let's talk about it. That's why I do these videos, because I love talking with you guys. Make sure to hit thumbs up. It helps my channel when you do. Subscribe to my All in One Motorcycle channel. So until next time, I catch you guys later.
Check out my playlist for new riders and popular videos. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and check out my other channel, Bug Out Moto, where I customize a van for my motorcycle so I can live in my van with my motorcycle and travel across the country anywhere. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bug Out Moto.